Hi everybody, this is Luca Di Scacciati, moneyswap.com. Welcome to our monthly webinar. This is an appointment where we try to figure out if it's time or not to exchange our Swiss franc in euro and vice versa. Let me share my screen. We are on our website. Of course, this is the international version of the website. If you are familiar with Deutsch, of course, you can switch and you can find the getvesselonline.ch. Sorry for my bad accent in Germany. So let's start with the today webinar. In the previous webinar, we said that the Swiss franc would have a period of bearish lateral, and this is what exactly happened, because as you can see, we had exactly what in finance we call a sideways movement, where at the end of the day, we are exactly at the same point, exactly like 1 month ago. This is very interesting. And now we have to try to understand if something will change in the next month. And for doing that, as always, we go to the forecaster terminal, which is our software we use to analyze Swiss franc and every other financial instruments. And the first analyze I would like to share with you is the COT report. If you are not familiar with COT report, it's a report that every week is made by the CFTC Commission, the Commodity Future Trading Commission. Is a commission in the United States, and they publish every week the commitments of traders. This is a report. The aim of the report is to help the public understand markets dynamics. And of course, it's something you can find in a very naive, let's say, pagination. As you can see, it's very old style. What we do is taking all these numbers and plot it in a much more familiar and user-friendly way. What we get from the CFTC Commission and the COT report are the institutional investor position, and we can understand if they are investing or not in a currency, for example. And if we go here, we can find, for example, the asset managers, who, as the name said, are the people who manage the asset of other people. And as you can see, the trend is bullish for the Swiss franc. It means that even if the Swiss franc is a little bit sideways, as we said previously, at the moment, the big investors all across the globe are are buying Swiss franc, okay? And I mean, it means they hope at least that the Swiss franc will go up, okay? And this is a good sign if we are looking for an upward movement, okay? Because if these guys are investing, as we can see here, thanks to the net position of the asset manager and institutional, we can definitely see and understand that in the long run, probably Swiss franc will go up. Okay. Something else very interesting to watch is the non-commercial part. In this case, we are talking about the hedge fund and the more speculative people on the market. And also in this case, we can find something really interesting, because if we highlight, for example, this last part for the Swiss franc, we can definitely see that this category of traders, this category of investors are investing in the Swiss franc. So they are betting that the Swiss franc will grow the future. And this is something really interesting because now we have a clear picture for the future of Swiss franc that probably will continue to grow and probably will continue to have higher high in the next month. What will happen in the short term? We have to try to understand. And this is something very interesting because after a few months, we can say from example from the beginning of December, we are experiencing a downward movement, as you can see for the Swiss franc. Okay, we topped at 1.077. Okay, and now we are more or less at 1.06 0506. Okay, it's now probably the time to see the Swiss franc start to rise again, because if we watch the chart and we go back in the past, as you can see, at the moment prices are in a very particular place on the chart. Here we are. Look, if you are not familiar with finance and financial instrument, I know it seems strange to understand, but prices in financial instrument, in financial market, tend to stop where they have stopped before. So in this case, we have what we can call in technical analysis a double minimum. And this double minimum, it's on the same level of a low in September, and especially they are these two minimum at the same level of a top in June in 2024. And again, another same level we can find previously again at the beginning of 2024. So this is why, accordingly to the institutional position, as we said, institutional and big investors are betting long on Swiss franc. It means they are buying heavily the Swiss franc. Probably this is exactly the point where the Swiss franc will rise again to reach all-time high again. So if you have euro to exchange in Swiss franc, this is exactly, in our opinion, the perfect moment to flip your money and to exchange your euro in Swiss franc, okay? Because probably Swiss franc will start to rise again in a matter of weeks or days, okay? If you have Swiss franc and you need euro, if you of course are not in a hurry and you don't need money, you can wait, because we probably will experience a bull trend in the next month that probably will reach Swiss franc prices will reach the all-time high again. Okay, we said in the previous webinar, we talked about the economy in Switzerland, and we saw that the economy is quite resilient in Swiss. We saw the institutional investors betting on the Swiss franc and betting on the strong of the currency. And again, today we can see something very interesting, because in the short term we had a downward movement, and during this movement many investors betted on the Swiss franc. They bought the Swiss franc, and this is why probably we are exactly in a good moment where we can have a change in the trend. Because as I told you, price on financial markets, on financial instruments tend to change the trend exactly where they did it in the past. And especially in this moment, we are in a very particular moment because we are exactly on the same level of a previous low, another previous low, but especially we are exactly at the level of a previous high. And this is something very interesting because this is exactly the place where prices in finance tend to rebound. Okay, so if you have euro, in our opinion, it's time to change them in Swiss franc. If you have Swiss franc and you need euro and you can wait, of course, it's better to wait. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you will join our service. You can find it online, of course, and you can find all the promo here on the website, and you can find it here. It's very easy. You can click it and you can go to the promo page where you can find all our promotion, both for already client and for new client. Thank you very much and see you next month with Currency Watch.